High blood pressure. It is known as the silent killer, and for good reason. It sneaks up without causing pain or showing clear symptoms, quietly growing in many seniors until a serious event, like a heart attack or stroke, brings it to light. Science tells us that everyday choices, what you eat, how you move, how you manage stress, have a big impact on your blood pressure. Often more than you realize. The worry is real. Small, overlooked habits can slowly harm your heart, brain, and blood vessels. But here is where hope comes in. You can take control. In this video, we are shining a light on 7 common blood pressure mistakes seniors make. Mistakes that are easy to miss, but dangerous over time. With friendly guidance and practical steps, we will help you avoid these pitfalls and build a healthier, stronger future. One simple change at a time. Let us get started. Mistake number 1, not monitoring blood pressure regularly. Imagine going about your day, feeling perfectly fine, maybe even healthy, while your blood pressure silently climbs. It is a chilling thought, because high blood pressure does not announce itself. You will not feel it sneaking up until it causes a serious problem, like a stroke or heart attack. Science warns us that blood pressure shifts constantly, influenced by stress, sleep, diet, or activity. Relying only on a once-a-year doctor visit is like taking a single snapshot of a moving picture. It does not tell the whole story. For seniors, skipping regular checks at home is a risky mistake, because small changes can go unnoticed, and those changes can lead to big consequences. Let me share a story about Linda, a 70-year-old who thought her annual checkups were enough. She felt great, so she never checked her blood pressure at home. But one day, a routine visit revealed her numbers were dangerously high. Her doctor said those unchecked spikes had been stressing her heart for months. Stories like Linda's stir empathy, because it is easy to assume everything is okay when you feel fine. The worry is real. Without regular monitoring, you miss clues about whether your medication is working, or if new habits, like a salty diet or stress, are taking a toll. Those missed signals can let problems grow quietly, putting your heart at risk. But here is where hope steps in. Monitoring your blood pressure at home is one of the simplest, most empowering habits you can build. Science backs this. Consistent readings give you a clear picture of your trends over time, helping you catch spikes early and avoid complications. Picture this. You sit down each morning, take a deep breath, and check your numbers. It is like having a conversation with your body, one that could save your life. You do not need fancy equipment. Today's home monitors are affordable, easy to use, with big displays and memory to track your readings. To make it work, pick a time, like first thing in the morning or early evening, and check daily. Sit calmly for 5 minutes. Rest your arm on a table. Keep both feet flat, and stay quiet during the reading. Keep a log, on paper or an app, and share it with your doctor. This record turns your appointments into powerful collaborations, letting your doctor spot patterns, adjust medications, or catch warning signs before they become emergencies. Some folks avoid checking because they fear a high number will stress them out. But ignoring your blood pressure does not make it go away. It just gives problems time to grow. Think of Helen, who started checking her blood pressure daily after a scare. At first, she was nervous, but soon, those readings gave her confidence. She spotted a trend, talked to her doctor, and adjusted her medication, bringing her numbers back to a safe range. Stories like Helen's inspire hope, showing that awareness is the first step to control. Monitoring is not just a task. It is a commitment to your future, a way to stay active, clear-headed, and independent. Let us make it a habit, one reading at a time, to keep your heart strong and your life full. You are worth it. Mistake number 2. Eating hidden sodium. Picture this. You are enjoying a cozy bowl of canned soup or grabbing a quick sandwich with deli meat. These foods feel comforting, familiar, but they might be hiding a danger you cannot taste. Sodium, or salt, sneaks into so many everyday foods, and it is not just what you sprinkle on at the table. Science tells us high sodium intake is a major driver of high blood pressure. It makes your body hold on to water, increasing the volume of blood in your vessels, and putting extra strain on your artery walls. Over time, this pressure can lead to serious issues like heart attack, stroke, or kidney damage. The scary part, you might not even realize how much sodium you are eating because it hides in places you would not expect. Let me tell you about John, a 72-year-old who thought he was eating healthy. He avoided the salt shaker, but his favorite canned soups and frozen dinners were packed with sodium. One day, his doctor warned him that his blood pressure was creeping up, and those hidden salts were partly to blame. Stories like John's hit close to home because it is easy to trust the foods we have always eaten, only to learn they are working against us. For seniors, this is especially critical. As we age, our kidneys struggle to filter sodium, and our bodies become more sensitive to its effects. Even a moderate amount can push blood pressure higher, or worsen conditions like swollen legs or heart failure. But here is the hopeful part. You can outsmart hidden sodium and protect your heart. Start by reading food labels. Not just for calories, but for sodium content. You will be shocked at what you find. A single serving of canned soup can have more than half your daily sodium limit. Even bread or cereal can add up fast. Aim for foods labeled low sodium with less than 140 milligrams per serving, or no added salt when you can. Try practical tricks, like rinsing canned beans or vegetables to wash away extra sodium. Choose fresh or frozen foods without sauces, and cook more at home, where you control what goes in. Swap salt for herbs, spices, lemon, vinegar, garlic, or pepper to make your meals burst with flavor. Now, I know cutting back on sodium can feel tough, especially if you love salty foods. Your taste buds might need time to adjust, and that is okay. Think of Sarah, who started small by flavoring her dishes with garlic and herbs. Within weeks, she found salty snacks too intense and fell in love with the natural taste of fresh foods. Science supports this. Your palate can retrain in just a few weeks, letting you enjoy meals that nourish your body and your heart. Every bite you take is a chance to make a difference. By choosing low-sodium options, you are not just feeding your hunger, you are building a stronger, healthier future. Let us take this step together, one flavorful, heart-smart meal at a time. Mistake number 3, skipping medications or taking them incorrectly. Imagine this. You are prescribed a pill to keep your heart safe, but life gets busy. Maybe you forget a dozy. Maybe you feel fine and think you do not need it today. Or perhaps you cut pills in half to save money. These choices might seem small, but they carry big risks. Science shows that blood pressure medications are carefully designed to protect your heart, brain, and blood vessels. When you skip doses or take them at the wrong times, your blood pressure can spike without warning. Over time, these spikes strain your arteries, raising the risk of serious problems like stroke, heart failure, or kidney damage. It is a silent threat because you might not feel anything until it is too late. Let me share a story. I heard about Mary, a 68-year-old who felt great and decided to skip her pills now and then. She thought, I am fina. Why bother? But one day, a sudden dizzy spell landed her in the hospital. Her doctor explained that those missed doses let her blood pressure climb, putting her heart under stress. Stories like Mary's tug at the heart Because no one wants to face a health scare that could have been prevented, the worry is real. Missing even one dose can disrupt the steady protection your medication provides. But here is where hope shines through. This mistake is fixable, and it starts with simple steps you can take today. Make your medication a non-negotiable part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. Set a daily alarm. Use a pill box, or keep a checklist to stay on track. If you miss a dose, do not panic or double up. Just call your doctor for advice. Feeling side effects? Speak up. Your doctor can often adjust your dose or switch medications to make you feel better without risking your health. And if costs are a concern, have an honest talk with your provider. There are generics, discounts, or programs that can help. Never stop your medication just because your readings look good. Normal numbers often mean the pills are working. Not that you can quit. Science backs this. Consistent medication use can lower your risk of life-changing complications, giving you more energy and peace of mind. You are not alone in this. Your doctor is your partner, and every pill you take is a small act of care for your future. Let us commit to consistency, one dose at a time. To keep your heart strong and your life vibrant, you have got this. Mistake number 4, letting stress go unmanaged. Stress is not just a feeling in your mind. It is a weight your body carries. For many, it is easy to brush off, but ignoring it can quietly push your blood pressure higher, day after day. Science tells us that stress triggers your body's fight-or-flight response. Releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, these chemicals tighten blood vessels and speed up your heart, raising blood pressure temporarily. That is normal for short moments. But when stress becomes a constant companion, your body stays in that high alert state. Your arteries remain constricted. Your heart works harder, and over time, this pressure damages your cardiovascular system in ways medication alone cannot always fix. The worry is real. Chronic stress can silently chip away at your health, leaving you tired, irritable, and at risk for serious problems like heart disease or stroke. Let me share a story about Robert, a 74-year-old who always prided himself on staying strong. He pushed through worries about finances and family, thinking stress was just part of life. But his sleepless nights and tight shoulders were signs his body was struggling. When his doctor linked his rising blood pressure to unmanaged stress, Robert felt a pang of regret for ignoring those signals. Stories like Robert's touch the heart, because stress often hides in plain sight, not as panic, but as subtle tension, restless sleep, or a quiet sense of being overwhelmed. Many seniors, raised to power through challenges, downplay these feelings, but that only gives stress more power to harm. Here is the hopeful part. You can take charge of stress with small, intentional steps that calm your body and protect your heart. Science shows that simple practices can make a big difference. Deep breathing, for instance, slows your heart rate and relaxes blood vessels. Gentle movement, like a short walk, yoga, or stretching, releases tension and boosts mood-lifting endorphins. Spending quiet time in nature, listening to soothing music, or journaling about things you are grateful for can reset your stress response. Even talking to a friend or sharing your feelings can lighten the load. Picture this. You pause each day for a moment of calm, maybe sipping tea while listening to birds or taking 10 deep breaths. These acts are like medicine for your heart and soul. Think of Margaret, who felt overwhelmed after losing her spouse. She started walking in her garden daily, just 10 minutes at first. Over time, those walks became her sanctuary, lowering her blood pressure and lifting her spirits. Stories like Margaret's inspire hope, showing that managing stress is not about big changes, but about building daily habits that give your mind and body space to breathe. It is like brushing your teeth, not just for when things hurt, but to prevent problems from starting. Be kind to yourself as you begin. If stress has been a long-time habit, It may take time to unwind, and that is okay. Every step you take, one breath, one walk, one moment of stillness, brings you closer to balance. You are not alone in this. By choosing calm, you are choosing a stronger heart, better sleep, and a brighter, more peaceful life. Let us start today, one gentle moment at a time. Mistake number 5, ignoring physical inactivity. Picture this. You are settled into your favorite chair, enjoying a book or watching television, thinking rest is the best way to care for yourself. But staying still too long can quietly harm your heart. Science tells us that a sedentary lifestyle, sitting too much and moving too little, can push blood pressure higher and make your heart work harder than it should. Physical activity strengthens your heart, helping it pump blood with less effort, which eases the pressure on your arteries. Exercise also improves circulation, reduces inflammation, supports healthy weight, and lowers stress. All crucial for keeping blood pressure in check. But when movement fades from your daily life, your muscles weaken, circulation slows, and pressure builds in your blood vessels, raising risks for heart disease and other serious issues. The worry is real. Ignoring activity might feel harmless, but over time, it places a heavy burden on your heart. Let me share a story about Tom, a 69-year-old who loved his quiet evenings reading. After retiring, he spent hours sitting, thinking it was just part of slowing down. But his doctor noticed his blood pressure creeping up and warned that his lack of movement was a key culprit. Tom felt a twinge of regret, realizing he had let his active years slip away. Stories like Tom's pull at the heart, because for many seniors, the challenge is not a lack of desire, but uncertainty, joie, fatigue, or fear of falling can make exercise feel daunting. And it is easy to assume rest is always the answer. But the truth is, even small movements can make a big difference. Here is where hope comes in. You do not need to run marathons or lift weights to protect your heart. Science shows that light, consistent activity, like a daily walk around the block, morning stretches, or chair exercises during television time, can lower blood pressure and boost your energy. Even breaking up long sitting sessions is powerful. Try standing every 30 to 60 minutes, marching in place for a minute, walking to the kitchen, or doing a few shoulder rolls or toe taps. These short bursts keep your arteries flexible and your blood flowing. Imagine this. You start your day with a gentle stretch in the sunlight, or dance to a favorite song in your living room. These moments tell your heart you are still vibrant, still strong. Think of Betty, who was nervous about exercise because of knee pain. She started with 5-minute walks, leaning on a cane for support. Over weeks, she built up to 15 minutes, and her blood pressure dropped. Her mood lifted, and she felt more confident. Stories like Betty's spark hope, showing that movement is not about perfection, but consistency. Find what you enjoy. Maybe gardening, water, aerobics, or a simple stretch routine. When activity feels good, you are more likely to stick with it, and your body will thank you with better balance, strength, and heart health. If you are unsure where to start, talk to your doctor or a physical therapist for safe ideas tailored to you. This is not about becoming an athlete. It is about staying independent and giving your heart the support it needs. Every step you take is a step toward lower blood pressure and a more confident you. Let us get moving. One small, joyful moment at a time. Mistake number 6, overusing caffeine or alcohol. Picture this. You start your morning with a steaming cup of coffee, or maybe you unwind with a glass of wine at dinner. These moments feel like small comforts, part of life's simple joys. But for those managing high blood pressure, too much caffeine or alcohol can be a hidden danger. Science shows that caffeine, found in coffee, tea, sodas, energy drinks, and even chocolate, is a stimulant that narrows blood vessels and speeds up your heart, temporarily raising blood pressure. For some, this effect is mild, but for others, especially those with hypertension, even a little caffeine can push numbers into risky territory. Alcohol, on the other hand, can raise blood pressure, disrupt medications, and lead to dehydration, poor sleep, or weight gain, all of which harm your heart. The worry is real. These habits, so easy to overlook, can quietly undo your efforts to stay healthy, especially for seniors, whose bodies process these substances more slowly. Let me share a story about Clara, a 71-year-old who loved her daily coffee and evening wine. She thought they were harmless treats, but her blood pressure readings kept climbing, and her doctor pointed to her habits as a cause. Clara felt a pang of frustration, realizing her cherished rituals were working against her. Stories like Clara's tug at the heart, because it is natural to lean on familiar comforts, only to learn they might be hurting you. The science is clear. Drinking more than one alcoholic beverage a day can shift from relaxation to risk. And combining alcohol with blood pressure medications can cause dizziness, confusion, or even liver strain. Caffeine's effects vary, but if it leaves you jittery or with a racing heart, it could be spiking your pressure without you knowing. But here is the hopeful part. You can enjoy life's comforts with smarter choices that protect your heart. Start by paying attention to how caffeine affects you. Check your blood pressure before and after your morning coffee or afternoon soda. If you notice higher readings, headaches, or a racing heart, try cutting back or switching to decaf. You do not have to give up your rituals. Just tweak them. With alcohol, moderation is key. Stick to one drink a day or less. And talk to your doctor about how it interacts with your medications. Imagine this. Instead of a second glass of wine, you sip on sparkling water with a splash of fresh lemon or mint. It feels just as special, without the risks. Think of George, who used to rely on multiple coffees to get through the day. When he noticed his blood pressure rising, he switched to herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. Within weeks, his readings improved, and he felt calmer, more focused. Stories like George's spark hope, showing that small changes can lead to big rewards, like better sleep, steadier energy, and even less need for medications. Try heart-friendly alternatives, like warm lemon water, fruit-infused sparkling water, or soothing herbal teas. These swaps keep the joy of your routines while nourishing your body. This is not about giving up what you love. It is about choosing with intention. Every sip you take is a chance to care for your heart and build a stronger, healthier you. Let us raise a glass to moderation, to balance, and to a vibrant future, one mindful choice at a time. Mistake number 7, not communicating with healthcare providers. Imagine this. You are managing your blood pressure, taking your pills, trying to eat right, but something feels off. Maybe it is a new side effect, or your home readings are inconsistent, but instead of calling your doctor, you keep quiet, thinking it is not a big deal or not wanting to bother them. This silence can be risky. Science tells us that blood pressure is not a set-it-and-forget-it condition. It shifts with stress, diet, activity, or even new medications. And your doctor needs the full picture to keep your treatment on track. Without open communication, small issues can grow into serious problems, like uncontrolled blood pressure or missed warning signs. The worry is real. Holding back could mean missing chances to fine-tune your care and protect your heart. Let me share a story about Susan, a 73-year-old who disliked feeling like a complainer. She started feeling dizzy but did not tell her doctor, thinking it would pass. Months later, a high blood pressure spike landed her in the clinic, and her doctor wished she had spoken up sooner. Stories like Susan's stir empathy because it is easy to hesitate, fearing you will seem difficult or that your concerns are too small. Many seniors stick to routine checkups or prescription refills, but avoid sharing details about symptoms, side effects, or lifestyle changes. Yet, science shows that honest dialogue with your doctor can catch problems early, adjust medications, or even prevent complications like stroke or heart failure. Here is where hope shines through. Open communication with your doctor is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to take charge of your health. Your doctor is your partner, not a judge, and no concern is too small when it comes to your heart. Whether it is dizziness, a side effect you have been ignoring, a new supplement, or a change in your routine, sharing these details helps your doctor tailor your care. For example, medication side effects are often underreported, but a quick conversation could lead to a different dose or drug that feels better. Bring your home blood pressure log to appointments, or share it through a patient portal. Those trends, not just single readings, give your doctor the data to make smart decisions. Think of James, who felt embarrassed to admit he stopped his medication because it made him tired. When he finally told his doctor, they switched him to a new prescription, and his blood pressure stabilized, giving him more energy. Stories like James's inspire hope, showing that speaking up can transform your health. If stress, loneliness, or anxiety are affecting you, I mention those too. Your doctor can connect you to counseling or support groups. If getting to the clinic is hard, ask about telehealth visits, which makes staying in touch easier. Picture this: you call your doctor with a question, or share your readings at your next visit. That simple act builds a bridge to better care. You do not need long talks, just honest ones. If something feels off, do not wait for your next appointment. Reach out. Your health is a team effort, and your voice matters. By keeping those lines open, you are not just managing your blood pressure, you are building a stronger, healthier future. Let us make communication a habit, one conversation at a time. To keep your heart steady and your life full, you are worth it. Friends, managing high blood pressure does not have to feel like a mountain to climb. It is not about perfection, endless restrictions, or constant worry. Science shows it is about awareness, listening to your body, and making small, intentional choices that add up to a healthier heart. We have walked through 7 common mistakes, from skipping medications to ignoring stress or hidden sodium, and each one is a chance to learn and grow. Think of Emma, a 75-year-old who felt overwhelmed by her diagnosis, but started checking her blood pressure daily and swapping salty snacks for fresh ones. Step by step, her numbers improved, and so did her energy and hope. Stories like Emma's remind us that change is possible. No matter where you start, the worry of high blood pressure is real, but so is your power to shape your future. Pick one habit to focus on today. Maybe setting a medication reminder, taking a short walk, or calling your doctor with a question. Every choice you make is a gift to your heart, a step toward a steadier, more vibrant life. At NutriHub Bliss, we believe health is built one heartbeat at a time. If this video spoke to you, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little encouragement. Together, we can rise stronger, healthier, and ready to thrive. My dear listeners, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Your support, your time, and your willingness to join me on this journey mean more than words can express. Whether you're here for inspiration, learning, or just a moment of connection, your presence fuels my passion to keep sharing. I'm deeply grateful for every like, comment, and share, and for the trust you place in me. Together, we're building something special, and I'm honored to have you by my side. Thank you for being part of this community, for believing in positive change, and for making every moment we share truly meaningful.